Our split-level house used to hum with warmth and chaos. The sound of Noah's Lego towers collapsing would mix with the sweet smell of Jake flipping pancakes on Saturday mornings. That was our rhythm. Messy but beautiful. I'm Tara, a real estate agent who thrived on the thrill of closing deals, the same energy I brought into our marriage. Jake, my husband of 9 years, was the opposite. A landscape architect who built gardens and stability with the same steady hands he used to hold our life together. His calmness balanced my storms. Together, we dreamed of adding another child to our little family. Despite our mismatched schedules, my late-night staging homes, his long-hour sketching plans, we believed our future was bright. But one reckless decision in the very room where we once built dreams has left me drowning in regret. 6 weeks ago, after a long day running a high-pressure open house, I was riding an adrenaline high. Brian, a coworker with a reputation for charm and boundary pushing, offered to help me lock up. 1 glass of wine at the bar turned into 3, and instead of going home, I made the worst choice of my life. I invited him back to our house while Noah was with my parents and Jake was still at a client meeting. In our bedroom, the same space where Jake and I had laughed and held each other, I crossed a line that should never have been crossed. What started as a careless kiss became something more, and then it was over as quickly as it began. The guilt hit immediately, like a storm surge I couldn't escape. I told myself it was a mistake I could bury, but secrets rot. 3 weeks later, the truth clawed its way out. I had left my phone on the counter. A careless buzz, a message lighting up the screen. Still thinking about that night. Ready for round 2? Jake saw it. When he confronted me in the kitchen, Noah was asleep upstairs. His voice was low, sharp as a knife. Our bedroom? The words cut through me, and I crumbled. I confessed everything. How it was a drunken, meaningless mistake, how I hated myself the moment it was done. Tears spilled as I begged him to believe it meant nothing. But his eyes, usually so full of warmth, were like frozen glass. He didn't shout, didn't rage. He just turned away, retreating into silence that hurt more than fury ever could. That silence has been my punishment ever since. Jake hasn't left, but he's not really here either. He still laughs with Noah, still shows up to coach soccer practice, but with me he speaks only about schedules, groceries, practicalities. Nothing more. Our bedroom is a graveyard now. A crime scene of what I destroyed. He sleeps on the couch, and I lie awake alone, choking on my own shame. I've tried everything. Apologies that sound empty even to me, handing him my phone, begging for a chance to talk. But his gaze slides right past me. His silence is more than anger. It's grief, and I feel it hollow me out every day. One afternoon, when I borrowed his laptop for a client call, I saw them. Emails to a divorce lawyer. Custody arrangements, plans for Noah's future without me. My stomach dropped, but how could I fault him? I had desecrated our vows, the bed we once called our sanctuary. I begged him to try counseling, and he agreed. But therapy feels like walking barefoot through fire. I pour out my guilt, explaining how Brian's attention fed an emptiness I hadn't even admitted to myself, how I let stress and insecurity make me reckless. Jake listens in silence, stone-faced, and when he finally speaks, his words land like blows. You broke us. He admits he was distracted, lost in his projects. But my betrayal was a wound no absence could match. The therapist urges patience, but patience doesn't fix the void waiting for us at home. The damage hasn't stayed contained. Brian's careless bragging at the office has turned whispers into wildfire. In a small town, secrets don't stay secret. Friends split down the middle. Some saying Jake should forgive me, others insisting he deserves better. I left the real estate team to get away from Brian, taking on solo work that feels like exile. My career has dimmed, and I move through the days as though half of me has been carved away. Noah, sweet Noah, is the only thread keeping us stitched together. His hugs, his drawings of mommy, daddy, and me, are meant as love but feel like indictments. Even his innocent smile makes me ache with guilt. I fight every day to prove I still belong here. I cook Jake's favorite meals, leave notes tucked in his sketchbooks, offer him every password and scrap of transparency I can. But his silence remains impenetrable. At night, I see Brian's face in nightmares, replaying that moment of weakness like a curse I can't lift. The diner where Jake and I once planned vacations feels abandoned now. Our laughter replaced by the echo of words unsaid. Counseling drags on like a slow bleed. And I feel like I'm fighting alone against a fortress Jake has built to keep me out. I've cut Brian out completely, erased every trace of him. But the silence is louder than any betrayal. It tells me what Jake cannot say. That he's mourning not just what I did, but who we used to be. Our bedroom lies empty, even when I'm there, its walls holding memories I've tainted. And I'm terrified that this silence is permanent. Noah keeps us going, but the warmth of our home has been stripped bare. I am trying. Every tear, every word, every plea is proof of that. But Jake's quiet refusal breaks me a little more each day. I crossed a line that night, and Jake has drawn one of his own. I don't know if I can ever cross back to him. I love him with everything I have left, but love might not be enough to tear down this silence. Some mistakes don't just crack trust, they bury it, smother it, and leave you standing alone in the ruins.